This is what they call a very forgiving aircraft. You can make a lot of mistakes in it, and it won't hold you responsible so much to say. Some of the newer aircrafts are much quicker, much more sophisticated, and there's not as much room for error in it.
Now that's the sign of a very reliable aircraft. The Beaver, or U6-A, was used extensively as an observation-type aircraft and was the last of its type in the Army inventory. The Army started phasing them out some years ago, but a couple here in Berlin were seemingly forgotten by the Army until earlier this year, when the two left Berlin for disposition. During the last few years, they'd been kept up through the spare parts from other Beavers that had been turned in. And now this one has been returned to be put on display at the Berlin Traffic Museum on loan from the U.S. Army Museum.
Basically, the U6, the Beaver, is a very old design, going back to the 30s, really, with the engine propeller. And, of course, the radial engine is about almost 1,000 horsepower. And I think the old, when the aerodynamics wasn't so refined, they used to overcome the aerodynamic drag by the large wings and various other things that are hanging off the airplane by putting a large engine on it. The Beaver here is used not too extensively, or at least in the past. It was here since 1962, about 18 years, and it put some anywhere 5,000 hours on it in that time, which is not a lot. But you can imagine flying over East Germany and some of the places around here with the single-engine old aircraft. It does get a little tense now and then.
This plane has been flown for about 500,000 miles, and that's a lot farther than most people can expect to drive their family car. From Tempelhof Central Airport, I'm Air Force Sergeant Bedford C. Vickers, AFN News.